Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is June 13th, 2017, and today is Tuesday morning. So let's look at the economic events of the day. We've got basically two events coming up starting at 10:30 South African time. That's GBP yearly CPI number. We'll be looking at what's going on the Great Britain pound. And then at 2:30 South African time, monthly PPI numbers coming out of the United States. Now, these are not major numbers, but they're, like I always say, it's good to know before they're actually happening. In case something does pop up this morning, you say, hey, what just happened? Okay. Now, tomorrow, FOMC is a big thing tomorrow. 8 p.m. South African time. Fed Chairman Yellen will be coming out with new interest rates. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's a major event. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But let's see what's going on in the market. We're looking here at the Euro USD trailing just down to 111.85. You know, we never really rallied into the top of the range. We're just trickling down. And this is, this is something that I discussed yesterday, that it'll be quiet right before the major announcement of tomorrow. So we just retraced about 40 pips, not a home run, but if you were able to take that and you saw that it was slowing down and getting a little bit weaker, might have been a good place to actually start maybe even buying it on the long side here as it comes closer to our support level 1162. Now looking at the GBP USD, big fall down to the GBP USD, continues to just tumble. Okay, what we had here yesterday was actually, if you look here, we have a small wick that almost touches 127, and this was a green bar yesterday. Okay, and right now it's not a green bar, it's red and it's further down. So ultimately there is a little bit of a support level right here, okay, as we've had resistance here before. So we're just bouncing off of this, as I call it, minor resistance level, 126.45. So the question is whether or not this will hold the line and possibly just rebound. So maybe this is just testing our double lows here. As you can see here, this was exactly what I was talking about, that we had this little bit of a bounce on Monday, even Friday afternoon, and then we couldn't sustain it and we just fell further down. So we're at this level at 126.45. Now, 126.45 previously was a resistance level, not a major resistance level, but could be an anticipated support right here. So just keep an eye on that, okay, as we continue further into trading in this. Now, there's some volatility in it, so if you're able to play both sides, it's great. Right now, it might be a good place to actually jump in on the long side. I wouldn't get too aggressive about it, but the anticipation is that it'll correct itself. Okay, now looking at gold here, trading at 1266, not much happening. Okay, really very quiet. Looking at oil as well, we just bounced a little bit yesterday, but nothing really to write home about. Now the Dow Jones has also been very, very quiet. 21,206, just trading below this all-time highs. Now if we look at a weekly calendar, we'll say, wow, we're at the top of the chart here, okay, and then some. And that remains to be the case. Now if you're looking at individual stocks in the United States, and that's what's the underlining basket of the Dow Jones, they're strong and they're breaking higher. I'm talking about the major bellwethers. If you're looking at Facebook, if you're looking at Apple, you look at Goldman Sachs, you look at a variety of the different stocks in its in different sectors, they're breaking out higher. So the economy is doing very well in the United States. It doesn't look like President Trump is going to get impeached anytime soon. So some of his reforms and some of his economic related focus is what I believe is driving through the market. So, and that doesn't seem to be disturbed. Okay, so everything is status quo. Law of motion states that we continue going in the direction we're going to unless we get a confirmation otherwise. And so I'm still very bullish on the Dow Jones. Now the question is how much further we're going to go up. And every time you feel like, oh no, this is like the top and it's not going to go further, it goes up even further. So it's a hard call, okay, to tell you the truth. But ultimately the headset is still bullish on the markets until we get some sort of confirmation the other way. So just to recap for tomorrow, FOMC coming out at 8 o'clock South African time, so just be aware and be ready for it, as there'll be multiple opportunities to jump either the Dow Jones, the Euro USD, which are ultimately a couple of options for you to do. And you could also scalp the GBP USD like we spoke before. So this is Fred Razak at CM Trading, and I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.